Hey, it's me, Big P, and I wanted to do a quick video, kind of just catching everybody up on what I've been playing and what I've been up to. Path of Exile content has never really been super consistent on my channel, but definitely dried up a bit early this league. I only did a couple characters, played BPL, the usual stuff. Probably only getting around 30 challenges. I'm gonna max that within the next couple weeks. Beyond that, I've been playing Elden Ring, obviously, who hasn't been? And then as well, the last video that was posted on this channel was a drum cover. I have the electric kit here. That's its whole own other thing. I'm not going to be posting that on a separate channel because, I mean, if anything, that's more what I am good at rather than making PoE build guides or any real ARPG build guides. We are listening to the last EPOCH soundtrack during this video because we are just a couple days away. It is Sunday night, July 7th, and in just 2 days, the new last EPOCH patch with a lot of extra content, a lot of rebalances drops. We'll probably be streaming that for the majority of July, here and there, maybe a video here or there as well, to kind of just, you know, I'm not min-maxing or probably not making any of my own build guides. I think I'm still at the point where I'm following build guides. Don't really understand like fully scaling last epoch, but I understand that it's a great fun game. I don't really ever push it like too far. It does get a little bit kind of grating the end of it for me without seeing really the point, I guess. Not that, you know, I'm a boss or, you know, content crazy guy when it comes to Path of Exile. I don't do Ubers much or anything like that. I just kind of peter out with last epoch, even though, you know, maybe this league will be a bit different, or whatever cycle they call it, where I'm going to do, you know, try a couple build enabling uniques here and there, and try some of the new balance changes. I know my first experience with the game was just going in straight with Shaman and going like kind of like an avalanche build, even though that spell was like dumpster tier, apparently one of the first spells they ever created. So you know, much like Path of Exile, it was kind of needed to be brought up to a modern standard. So they've done that this league. I might try that. We'll see a couple things like that, so stay tuned for that, as well as periodic drum covers whenever I feel like it. It's been hot as hell, so I haven't done as much as I've wanted to, even though I do have the AC kick, and I still just get sweaty. That's why I shaved my head today. So leave a dislike on the video if you want me to grow my hair out. I'll work on that again. But beyond that, if you can see what's going on the screen here, we also have another game that we've started playing. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is, you know, some people saying if you don't know what this is old school RuneScape. And let's just say I'm in it now. It started, you know, innocently enough. I was looking for just, like, what's a good idle-ish game, you know, a good incremental progress simulator to play on my phone while I'm at work and stuff like that. You know, something where it's low effort and things, you know, it's something maybe fun to do. I did try a couple. There was a Magic Research 2 was kind of fun to play for a bit. I do have that. But something about it. I did have old school RuneScape had their mobile client out. Probably like 5 or 6 years ago, maybe even more. I mean, the game itself, the more and more I learn about it, kind of actually reminds me of Path of Exile. Funnily enough, the way that OSRS has kind of been rebuilt and remade in this modular fashion. Let's see if it'll crash it if I open up. You don't get to see. Yeah, no. When I open up, there's like a sidebar. I'm using like there's a third-party client that's like officially licensed, where you get a bunch of like modular plugins that you can use. Like I'm using like the tile indicator ones that indicate, you know, it obviously looks a bit different to some people. You might not like that sort of experience, but that's kind of what's so cool about RuneLite, is that you can kind of tailor it. So you get this like modularly remastered experience of RuneScape 2, which old school RuneScape is RuneScape 2 basically. And as someone who was old enough to have played RuneScape 1, which was classic RuneScape until that doesn't exist anymore, this is pretty interesting to get into it now here, especially with just the way I approach games in a modern sense. I think you know, playing RuneScape 1 was some of my earliest general online gaming. I mean, as far as an MMO, and with all the weirdness that comes with, that sure was present there. But now here I just got, you know, sucked in more and more. And you know, at first I'm looking up like the guys and the content creators. They're talking about like hitting 99s very casually and things like that. And what once seemed like, you know, something I would never really get involved in on that level, now I'm thinking like, you know, I could do a little, I'll do a little stuff here. You know, I'm getting, what's my mining at right now? Like 77 right now, you know, like we're getting some stuff high up there. If for no other reason than just to do it, kind of, you know, I remember wanting membership as long as I wanted for a child. There's an interesting like bond system. I don't know if it'll show in here if I open that up, where you can use in-game currency to perpetuate your membership, but it's really difficult to do with just free-to-play money-making. Bonds are about 13 million gold right now. I don't even have anything close to that, even though I've been playing for 11 days and 5 hours on this character. So I don't really think I'm going to be making RuneScape content unless you'd like to see some. I think a lot of times now that what I'm getting into my algorithm is just some like varying states of progress. A lot of people approach this game kind of differently, and you know, there's a lot of similar conversations in the way that I think like Path of Exile has like some similar issues where it's like people optimize the fun out of the game. People are compare themselves to streamers who have like, you know, play like hardcore SSF. There's Iron Man in this, which is like the SSF of this. Interestingly enough, there's a Grand Exchange, which is like an auction house, basically an immediate auction house with stuff listed at and buying and selling at certain prices, which the game is kind of warped around, you know. So it is cool to see kind of what a lot of people think they wish they had in Path of Exile. I kind of see why the game would completely, and I'm kind of a little bit more thankful that Path of Exile doesn't do that, seeing the way that the game, well, I guess not warped around it, but you know, it's the driving force of the game, and depending on what you're trying to level up or how you're trying to make money, like it's just absolutely essential and completely, you know, you can basically play this game sitting at the bank at the Grand Exchange all day. But there's a lot of stuff to do. The game feels very open to me right now because I think I was members for like a month in RuneScape Classic, maybe. I don't even remember the timeline. I've like flirted with membership here and there for this game, but now I'm, you know, making adult money, and I guess I value my time, even though, you know, I'm gonna waste my whole 30s playing video games just like the 20s, especially games like this. So I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I can spend like hundreds of hours grinding free to play stuff, or I can just buy 6 months of membership and then really build out the account that way. That opens up more money making to you, as well as, you know, this is kind of like a lot to do. I'm doing one of the more chill sort of leveling things you can do with mining. This is Motherlode Mine. Never had this when I was playing back in the day, so it's just something that, you know, I rock this at work here and there just to kind of get mining. I'm trying to get all my skill outfits. I have part of the graceful set, which is good for running around, and then the mining set gives you extra mining XP. It's like, you know, it's a lot of little detailed little things you can set yourself up for, or rather aim for, that are kind of really satisfying to just get done, you know. Now I'm in it. Interestingly enough, as much as, you know, you might think, I don't know if you've seen content, again, the way that content has been laid out in this game, there's been about a decade, much like Path of Exile, of content, you know, of releases. And when I say releases, there's more like traditional raids a la World of Warcraft and stuff like that, you know, present in this game, that are built around like very high level mechanical things, stuff like prayer flicking, which I'm not very familiar with. I haven't done basically any complicated PVM content, certainly not any PvP or anything like that, but looking at some of the higher level raids and things like that, just to get in the door is one thing, but mechanically is going to be a whole nother. So I think I eventually will start posting some of my like tries or experiences with each piece of content as I get up to it. These are just some humble beginnings right now. I mean, I probably could have made this video about a couple weeks ago when I really was actually humbly beginning, but now I know that I'm just like, this is in the rotation now, I guess, for the foreseeable future. I got like half a year membership, so we're gonna bleed that in here and there. I mean, so I guess if you have any tips for someone playing old school RuneScape, let me know. Keep a lookout for, obviously, when the new Path League drops this end of July, we're going to shift into that. But as far as ARPG content, Last Epoch should be fun for about a month, and then beyond that, who knows? Let me know what you've been playing. I mean, if you picked up anything cool in the Steam sale, you know, we're still in the middle of summer. you have any summer plans? Mine is just gonna be chill. I'm working throughout the whole summer as usual, and it's really fun to have something kind of menial and dumb like this to play. I guess not dumb, you know. I really underestimated how deep they would get into this game. You know, every day I go deeper, and it's kind of weird to see, you know, it all. I see like the past, my past self in a lot of it, and weirdly enough, you know, one of the first games I ever played, RuneScape, kind of reminds me a lot of Path of Exile in the same way. Obviously they're very different games, but just the way, what attracts me to games, like, you know, the living economy, an interesting community. I would say RuneScape's a bit more solved than RPGs that are getting like massive balance changes, but as far as I can see, recent patches in RuneScape are, you know, totally fine with changing like the way defense works for monsters, which can, you know, shake up metas and stuff like that. And I feel like this game maybe isn't as huge as I think it is, and there's probably just a lot of content creators, much like in any ARPG or any game really, that are kind of setting the tone for what's good, what's bad, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and stuff like that. So who's to say the credibility of any of them? You know, play your games, have your fun. I'm chilling in the mines here. Gotta get my shoes, gotta get the full outfit for the extra bonus. And yeah, thank you for watching the rambling video. I kind of just, this was basically just to admit that I'm playing old school RuneScape now. And if you have anything to speak to that, please let me know. Anything I should aim for and stuff like that, because I kind of have the general stuff down, general goals that I'm working on here. But it's a lot. It's part of it's, I will admit, is a bit tedious here and there, but it's been quite fun. And again, like I said, it feels very open to me, very interesting. And yeah, video games forever. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my channel throughout the years. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep mining. I don't know what else to say, but yeah.